I'm just sitting here thinking, it's getting closer, to the court date, and the more I think, the more irritated I'm getting when I think about the fact that I'm even having to deal with this. I have to contend with my neighbor on this level. And what's really irritating me, the more I think, I really should quit thinking, I don't know. But no, the last time I went to the courtroom, the judge, he said something that really kind of ruffled my feathers. I asked him, why was I required by law to disprove all those false allegations that my neighbor wrote in that declaration? And, he's like, well, I can see how you see it that way, Miss Kelly, but that's not really the case. You are not required by law to disprove the allegations. He stopped himself short from saying false, of course. But he said that it was to my benefit. That part really is. The more I think about it, when he said my benefit to be there, that just keeps irritating me more and more every time I think that he said it's to my benefit to be there, not that I'm required by law. Because, nothing has been to my benefit. I mean, really, truly, my neighbor, she has a restraining order because it was to her benefit to lie on a declaration in order to obtain that restraining order. It is not to my benefit to miss a couple of days at work, having to keep showing up in a courtroom, because I'm missing out on money. It was not to my benefit to pay a lawyer and then have to, release him because she, through her lawyer, I guess, sent a settlement agreement situation that I definitely was not going to sign because it was to her benefit for me to sign it. And, it's not to my benefit to have to spend money on a projector in order to show the videos. I feel the courts should at least have a viewing device there. But, and it's definitely not to my benefit to spend money on a USB stick to give to my neighbor as a parting gift for being an accuser, for causing me all this grief. I mean, I no matter how I slice and dice, I cannot see how the word beneficial or to my benefit plays out here. It was definitely to her benefit to lie in order to get the restraining order. It was to my neighbor's benefit to make me miss a couple of days of work to show up at that courtroom. It was to my neighbor's benefit to make me have to disprove all these false allegations by forcing me to go purchase a projector. I mean, really, as I get closer to being in that courtroom again, I'm going to have to keep my mouth shut because I am just dumbfounded here at how the court system is working. That, somehow they twisted it into, it's my benefit. It's to my benefit to be there to disprove the false allegations versus, the truth. I'm being required by law to show up to disprove the false allegations. And she was not required by law to prove anything she said in that declaration. And she hasn't been required to spend any money. And, she hasn't been required to spend any money. So this has all really been to her benefit, but somehow it's being twisted into this has been all for my benefit. Yeah, I am not falling for the it's been to my benefit to be in that courtroom. And I do hope when I get in that courtroom that somehow, because it's been to my benefit to be there, that restraining order is removed, and somehow, some way, the judge looks at my neighbor and decides that, what she did was not very nice. It wasn't. And it was illegal. Okay, more importantly here, it was illegal to lie on that declaration in order to obtain a restraining order. And, you know, the court system, if they're not going to punish her in any way by giving her that $1,000 fine or that 6 months in jail or both, she deserves both as far as I'm concerned. But, you know, I just hope, since everybody thinks it's been to my benefit to be involved in this situation in that courthouse, that the judge at least looks at her and says, yeah, you're not going to be able to give somebody else a restraining order as easily next time. Or anything other than, Miss Kelly, thanks for being here. It was to your benefit. No, nothing was to my benefit at this point. You know, really, it wasn't. And I'll be glad when the court case is over with. I do hope maybe the judge determines that since my neighbor obviously did break the law and did sign under the penalty of perjury, that he actually enforces that law. Because, you know, I do have a restraining order over my head, and I've been abiding by that restraining order. Oh, yeah. There has been nothing beneficial to me by being forced into a court system due to false allegations. And I hope the judge determines, you know, that he's the judge. He should, you know, crack that whip. Or slam that gravel. Yeah, what was it? Pound that gravel. Gavel. Gavel, that's what it's called, a gavel. I just know that I do not feel that this court case has been to my benefit on any level.